Good morning, world. It's Ivan Amara. It's coming to noon. It's 11:30. I just woke up. Happy Canada's Day to all you guys in Canada, right? Today's Canada's Day in Canada. Yeah. Hope you guys know my show I made early in the morning yesterday, or late night yesterday. Talked about self-publishing, nutritional publishing, my book Xanus. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed that series. Yeah. All right, seriously, man, how much money do you think you make off your book? Between 10 to 20 billion. I think the low end I'll probably make maybe my 10, 11, 12, 13. Or I might make mid-range 14, 15, 16 billion. But somebody tells you I might end up making like my 10, 11, 12. Because a lot of people are going to share the file, right? Which is common sense right now. But I might make more. I might make the high end 17 to 20 billion. I might make that, obviously. But even if I make 10 billion, I'll be happy. The more money I make, I'll be happier. But if I make 10 billion, it's still enough money for me to eat. So you never have to worry about that money, right? Yeah. 10 million in your bank, I can last you for hundreds of years. Because me and VJ are only going to be spending maybe 7 million a year. Like after all the big stuff is taken care of, me and VJ will spend maybe our 7, 10 million a year. So if you have 10 million in your bank, that can last you for hundreds of years, right? A couple lifetimes. Yeah. So if you make 10, you'll put 500 towards your house. Yes, 500 million, which is still like Incredibles. But 800 million is even more advanced. It's even better, obviously. As I VJ will be curious when I meet her. Yeah. I was wondering, your book, by the way. I made $12,500. You made $12,500 off your book, Ivan? Yeah, holy shit. We could build that 5-figure house, Ivan, I know. Yeah. Samsara? Yeah. We're doing a barbecue today for Canada's Day. I told my stepmother to get Costco burgers. Have you guys ever tried the Costco burgers? Man, they're so good. The thick burgers are fucking amazing, man. That's what I'm gonna do for the barbecue. When me, Peter, finish the script, I'm gonna have my team buy Costco burgers. I'll get a Costco membership and I'll buy Costco burgers. Costco burgers, and you can have. There's only gonna be 20 of us. You can buy just the burgers. You don't need to buy hot dogs, just buy the burgers. You can get dessert too, like apple crisp and like ice cream or a cheesecake or something like that, yeah. Yeah. Why is my background so dark? It's all good. Yeah. The actors get spoiled with a buffet, right? During filming, yeah. Will they eat the junk food? Yes, they will, but the nutritionist will tell them you have to eat your greens too. You have to balance it out. I recommend you eat one plate of salad and greens and veggies, and after that, you can eat as much as junk food as you want, right? Because most people are going to be going for the junk food over the salad bar, but the salad bar will still get demolished too. As eating your rice with all those veggies and salad and everything is really good. Cobb salad's good too, right? Sushi's good, lobster, it's all good stuff. The salad bar will get demolished too. But people are mainly going to eat the fat stuff, obviously. But the salad bar we pop will do that'll get demolished too, man. Yeah. Some sour. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I watched Force Awakens yesterday. And man, John Boyega's performance is amazing in that movie. That's why he's so good for Tessitonius. Because he has that sarcasticness. He's even sarcastic in Star Wars too, right? In Force Awakens, yeah. Is Force Awakens your favorite? Yeah. Force Awakens is my favorite. What's the worst one for you, Ivan? Rise of Skywalker is the worst one. Because even though I don't like Last Jedi that much, Last Jedi is not bad. There's a cohesive story with Luke, but I don't like the whole thing about him being a hermit, obviously. So, but Last Jedi is better than Rise of Skywalker. Rise of Skywalker was bad, man. That wasn't good at all. Yeah, you can also argue Rise of Skywalker is better. It just depends, but it just depends on the day for me. Some days I think Rise of Skywalker is better. Some days I think Last Jedi is better. My favorite is hands on Force Awakens because they actually that's the only movie whereby they built the character of Finn and Rey a little bit. Finn cares about Rey, Rey cares about Finn. In Last Jedi, they shat on John Boyega's character, obviously. He was a side character in Last Jedi. He went on a useless quest finding the Codebreaker, and the Codebreaker betrays them, so the whole thing was useless. Rey going to the island was useless too, as Luke barely even trained her. She had like little to no training. That's why what? And Luke is a hermit, which I don't like, obviously. Yeah. So Sarah. Yeah. Are you saying Last Jedi is a terrible movie? No, it's not bad. Like when I saw it in theaters, it was not bad, obviously, but like the whole thing with Luke being a hermit, I don't like. That's why it split the fan base, obviously. Yeah. But John Boyega doesn't have to worry about me pushing his character aside for Xanus. He's going to be the star of my movie. Him and Jiwon Zu, Von Jojo are going to be the three stars in my movie. They're not the leads, but they're supporting leads. Yeah, John, you don't have to worry about me pushing you to the side. You're going to be the star of my movie, man. You're going to have a lot of. I'm going to give you your time to shine. He's going to fight both Watcher in the war. Yeah, Jiwon Zu fights Morale in general. Yeah, in the movie, right? Yeah, yeah, jeez, yeah, yeah. Well, John May gonna be older. Yeah, he'll be in his 40s when he does Xanus, right? Like 45, 46, around there when he films the movie. He was a little older, obviously. I remember this guy from Stars when he was a kid. He was like a 22-year-old kid. Now he looks a bit older. He's in his 40s. John Vega. And the Star Wars trilogy came out like 20 years ago now. And he was a kid, yeah. In Force Awakens, he was like 22 years old. And now he's in his 40s, 44, 45. When he films the movie, John Vega, yeah, it's crazy, huh? Yvonne Joje's in his 40s too. He was like 17 in Victorious. He was a kid in Victorious. Yeah, and Victorious came out like 30 years ago. Yvonne Joje's now in his 40s. Yeah, Victorious came out like 20. Victorious came out like 25 years ago. Yvonne Joje's like in his 40s now too. It's crazy how time flies by, huh? Yeah, sometimes, huh? Yeah, 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 Yeah. Yeah. That's why John Boyega is really good for Tacitus. I saw him in Force Awakens. Yeah, he has to start casting this as a character. That's why he's so good for Tacitus. Yeah, people were telling me, yeah, even John Boyega was born to play Tacitus. Yeah, he's good for the role. Yeah, he is. I know what I'm doing. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. And beware, Ivan, of the greedy actors, agents, and managers, Ivan. If John Boyega's agent wants to work million of film profits, don't pay him that. He's not worth that. He gets 8.5. If he's worth like 20 million, 18, 19 million, I can give him 10. John Boyega a bit more. If he wants to, I can give him 9.9. If he's worth 20 something million, I can give him his 10 too, obviously. But I'll pay him more than John Boyega for his base. You know? And what else that, man? I'm like, no, John, you get 9. Stop being greedy. I'm not paying you 12 for the movie, man. You get 9 for a movie contract. Stop being greedy, John. I'm saying. And you sign a mega 20 million deal like that, the money that A actors make in Hollywood. Yeah, it's a deal on Ivan. Yeah, I don't make this in Hollywood. Yeah, you don't make this in Hollywood, John. You know? Yeah, for Star Wars, I got nothing, Ivan. Yeah, I heard from Force Awakens, John Boyega only made his like $100,000 to $300,000. And I heard he got a little piece of the film profits, maybe $1 million. That's how he was able to buy his parents a house. He got a piece of the profits too. Daisy really and John Boyega got a piece of the profits for Force Awakens, I heard. They made shitty money, but they got maybe $1 million, $1.5 million at the back end. That's how John Boyega was able to buy his parents a house. Around line that he bought his parents a house, obviously. John Boyega right now. Yeah. Ivan, what about 12 million for John Boyega for his base? I'm like, no, he gets 9. I'm not paying more than 12, more than 9. I have to watch it for my budget, man. I have to pay the crewmen, the Lord of the Rings Hobbit crewmen. I have to pay other actors. I have to create room. I'm not gonna overpay these guys. I have to do me some Sarah. Yeah. Yeah. This is dumb on. John Boyega signs that contract, yeah. Yeah, John, you signed like your 20 million deal, man. With your speaking of your money, yeah. 9 million and 8.5. That's 17.5 million. You get your 1.9, your 2 million for the game, 1.9 million for the game. Let's say 2 million for the game. That's 19.7. You get your 250K for promos. That's already about 20 million. You get your potential maybe million in speaking. John Boyega signed a 21 million deal around there. He also gets like his 500K for the merch, 700K for the merch, whatever it is. So he signed almost a 22 million deal, which is like a 13.8, 14, no, 13, 13 point like something million deal in pounds, right? His pounds. in England, right? Yeah, that's how much A-listers make. $13 million for the rates. That's how much A-listers make. John Vegas on a mega deal. That's how much A-listers make in Hollywood. Yeah. He's like, sign me up, Ivan. It's a deal, man. It's a deal, man. Yeah, he signs that contract. John Vegas. His agent will push for more. I'm not paying more. I'm not gonna have John Vegas doobies. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Does it come with perks, Ivan? Yes, it comes with perks. You guys already flew with my private jet. Yeah, you guys get to fly my private jet. You get to do tables in my yacht, tables in my office, parties in my, I don't know, my $5 million house, parties in my $100 million unique 71 yacht. Nice fucking perks, luxury buffet, limo services, staying at suites, being featured on the magazines for the promos. Yeah. The commercials. Yeah. It's a good deal, obviously. Yeah. Yeah. I worked more identities. And I get paid Thursday, but I get a shittier paycheck. I got maybe a $580 paycheck. Because I left early on Sunday, right? So I'm not going to get paid as much. That's why I'm looking for another job. I need my full-time hours back, 5 days a week. Yeah. 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 Ivan, you're crazy. You think Xanus will be better than Lord of the Rings, the book and the movie? Yes, it will. Looking at a better series than Lord of the Rings, man. For the book and for the movie too. The movie will be better than Lord of the Rings, man. Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings. Peter, if you tell me, yeah, you're looking at a better movie than Lord of the Rings. It's deeper, it's more powerful. Yeah, Lord of the Rings, obviously. Yeah. Or he might not tell me because Peter has an ego. He doesn't want to compete with his Lord of the Rings trilogy, but he's not stupid, Peter. Yeah, he knows. Like, yeah, he's thinking of the story. Yeah, looking at a masterpiece. Yeah, amazing movie. Yeah, looking at a masterpiece. masterpiece. Looking at a masterpiece. Yeah, man. Yeah. Ivan, you're crazy. You have some balls to say your book is better than J.R. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings. Well, my stepmother told me he's number one for a reason. And you guys read sections of my book, right? And you read Lord of the Rings, all you book nerds on Fantasy read it, and around the world. And what was more entertaining when you read it, Lord of the Rings or my book? Your book, Ivan. Yes, my book is more entertaining. Read Lord of the Rings. That's why I've been bragging to you guys for years. How it's the best fantasy novel written, and it's better than Lord of the Rings, Way of Kings, and Game of Thrones. It's a fucking entertaining book, man. It's a masterpiece. Yeah. It's a masterpiece. Yeah. It's a masterpiece, my book. Yeah, man. Yeah. Will Peter Jackson try to push for more money? Yeah, he will. He's greedy, man. Once I offer him out his 1.1 billion deal, he might push for the 1.3, 1.4 billion deal. Obviously. I've won with a good $1 billion to come across. Like, no, Peter, you got $700. Stop being greedy, man. And you get your 200 million for the game or 200 million for the merch. If I make 18, 19, 20 million, I can give Peter his 800 million of the film profits. I can give him 250 million for the game, but for the merch, I'm not increasing the amount. He gets 200 million for the merch, and he signed like his 1.3 billion deal, which is 1.6 billion in his New Zealand money, obviously. But chances are Peter will make the 1.1. I make maybe my 12, 11, 10. Peter gets 700 million of the film profits, 200 million for the game, 200 million for the merch, and his 85 million base, which is like 100 million in his New Zealand money for 4 years of work. A $100 million base for Peter is a good deal for Peter. What about 200? I'm like, no, Peter. You get your 85, which is $100 million for your base for the movie contract. Stop being greedy, Peter. You get your 500K for the promos. You also get your speaking fee money, which can range from, 800K, 700K to $1 million to be speaking. Ivan, you're going to pay more than the actors for speaking. I'm like, no, Peter, you get an equal amount. I'm not paying you more money, man. Stop being greedy. Well, I'm like, Peter, you're pissing me off. You get an equal amount of the actors. I'm not paying more money. I'm already paying you more than everyone else. For the speaking, you get an equal amount of the actors. Stop being greedy. Peter wants his $2-3 million in speaking. He's greedy, obviously. Because he knows the speaking deal is a huge deal, too. He wants to make a chunk of that. He's greedy, Peter. He'll accept my deal, Ivan, for Comic Con, I make like my 200K, 75K, yes, Peter. And you're gonna pull in your 800, 1.3 million in speaking with the actors. A lot of money for you. Some Sarah. Yeah. A lot of money for Peter Jackson. Yeah. Some Sarah. And Mel signed like he's, I don't know, it's 400, like, he signed up on a $500 million deal. A jet flew by. It might be because of candidacy, right? Yeah. 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 Mel might want more. I'm like, no, Mel, this is enough. A $500 million deal, whatever it is, which is like 390 million euro American money. That's a good deal for you, Mel. Stop being greedy. Mel's greedy too. I mean, I have more of that. I'm like, no, Mel, this is enough. Stop being greedy. But here's this is the deal. Ivan, sign me up. I'm gonna make this in Hollywood. Yeah, this is more than I made for the Hobbit Lord of the Rings. Yes, Peter. This is more than what you made for the Hobbit Lord of the Rings. Stop being greedy. So, sorry, give me a second. I was gonna go upstairs and get my coffee. Back in a sec. What you guys doing the show? Alright, guys, I'm back. Well, I was just gonna get my coffee. Yeah. My coffee's warm. It's not hot, right? But it's still pretty good. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Peter accepted a deal. Of course he will. This is more than what he made for the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit combined. He signed a $1.1 billion deal, man. You get the news. Peter Jackson's a chosen director. Signs mega $1.1 billion deal with Skysource, which is 1.4 in his New Zealand money. He's making even more, right? Yeah, the rates. He's walking away like $700 million in his bank, Peter, with movie bro. That's a lot of money for Peter. He's just greedy. He wants his 800, 900 million in his bank. He's greedy, Peter. Yeah, he wants more money. He's greedy, obviously. I think I even more than that. I'm like, no, Peter, stop being greedy. Yeah. Will Peter work really hard for you? Oh, yeah, he will. Because I paid him a lot of money. At the same time, he's a movie nerd. He knows I wrote a masterpiece. He doesn't want to fuck up my masterpiece. That's why he's working really hard. He's helping me a lot with the script, the screenplay. He's helping me with the business calls. I've not helped me with that. He helps me with payroll. He takes his notes. You know what I'm saying? And when he directs with Guillermo del Toro, he's prepped and he's in the zone as a director directing, and he's working really hard. Harder than even Lord of the Rings. You see him working harder for me than even if Lord of the Rings, right? Because I paid him more money. But you can tell the work is a bit tougher on his body because he's older now. He's not as young as he used to be, obviously. But he'll be in his 70s when he directs Xanus. Whereas for Lord of the Rings, he was like pushing 40. He was much younger back then, right? The work is a bit tougher on his body, whereby now when he directs, a lot of the times he might be sitting down on his chair because he's older now. Yeah, obviously he has his like own directing chair. He's like ready, set, action. You know what I'm saying? He directs the scenes. Guillermo del Toro helps him out with that too. Yeah. Yeah, he's like, this is fun. I'm having a blast directing your movie. Even though it's dirty work, man, I know the end product will be so cool. And I'm also excited for your documentary. So while we're filming the movie, the doc team is filming it. So you have the cameraman filming the movie, and you also have the cameramen who are filming the documentary behind the scenes. Because I can't wait for your behind the scenes too. That's going to be an amazing documentary. And I can't wait to watch your game too, Ivan. Yeah. Rabbit will cover my Xanus game, yeah. Yeah. Another jet. I think it's because of Canada's Day. It's because of Canada's Day, yeah. Canada's Day, you have the fireworks and you have the jets fly by. You guys have that in the States too for Independence Day, right? On July 4th, yeah. 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 Today I'll do my go-through series, guys. Yeah. Today I might go over maybe 7 pages, so the video might be an hour long. Your go-through series are pretty interesting. Yeah, I go over my Xanus novel, obviously. Volume 3. Yeah. 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 So everything are gonna be devils. Oh yeah. Everything are gonna be walking devils and demons. It was something scary from the movie. Yeah. I don't know. I put 500 million towards special effects and visual effects, 220 million towards the masks and the costumes and the weapons and armor. Looking at devils, man. The most horrific beings in history. A revolutionization of horror, guys. What about you feel for me and the actors a little bit? As I felt for the Avengers with Thanos and Infinity War and Endgame. And Thanos is not scary. Another check, guys. Thanos is not scary. I'm sorry. But he was formidable. That's why you felt for the Avengers a little bit when you watched the movies. Well, Aratat's formidable, but he's also horrific to look at. He's a devil. That's why you're going to feel for me and the actors a lot in the movie, right? That's why you're going to be hooked. It's going to be a masterpiece. I know what I'm doing. That's why I want everything to be devils. As in the book, the humans call him the Devil Wolf King of the South. Demon wolves, devil wolves, they're demons. Yeah. Some sound. Yeah. 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 So the Xanus will be excited for Xanus. Oh yeah, they're gonna be so excited. When they find out they got casted for the role, John Boyega's agent gives him a call. Yeah, you've been casted for the role, John Boyega. And John Boyega's jumping for joy. His family's all happy for him. Oh, John, I'm so proud of you, man. You get to be in Ivan's movie and experience the success and fame with him. This is gonna change your life. Yeah. As once the Xanus starts to do Xanus, they're gonna be world famous. And whereby they can now sell their movies better in Hollywood, and Hollywood will be throwing them some good money because they know they're world famous now. They can sell their movies better. But even though they're in Hollywood and they have pretty successful or very successful careers in Hollywood, there's still the side tension. That's why they're gonna beg. Yeah, I'd rather be in Ivan's Great Escape or Spider-Man Miles Morales than be in Hollywood. Yeah, some Sarah. Because my comedy blows out of the water. I can pay them more money. That's why they're gonna beg. But you're not good for the greatest of Keanu Reeves, Matt Damon, and Ben Affleck. You're not good. Man, what's up with these Jets, man? Jesus Christ. Yeah. 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 How excited will they be, Ivan? Very excited. Saying stars. They have that smile on their face. They're excited. And their agents are all like, "Congratulations, guys! You got the part." They're trying for joy. Yeah. Being an Ivan movie experience access and fame and wealth with him is fucking cool. You gotta be part of that worldwide buzz with him for the movie, man. And yeah, you're part of the buzz, and that's why they beg, because when they're in my movie, their career feels like it's worth a lot. It really means something because they're in the movie with me, and they're part of the buzz with me. The fans are buzzing about the movie. They can't wait to see me and BJ. They can't wait to see them in the movie. Hence why they beg. Because they know in Hollywood, their career feels worthless. It's not worthless, but it feels worthless because their movies are a side attention. Me and VJ's greatest game with Keanu Reeves is the main event. That's why they beg. So, duh. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. 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 Will John Mega have a better performance in your movie than Star Wars? Of course he will. I paid him more money. And he knows it's a huge opportunity. He's in an Ivan Vijay movie. He's going to work his ass off. Alon, Jose, yeah, they all work harder for me than they even do in Hollywood. I pay them more money. Yeah. And I gave them their freedom. Don't forget that, right? Yeah. And better perks, too. John Boyega will have an Oscar performance for Xanus. You're looking at an unheard performance from him. Avon Jose Jimo Hansu, you're looking at Oscar performances. Because I paid them a lot of money, man. I paid them the big bucks, but that's why they work hard for me, obviously. They're making a lot of money. Yeah, more than what they make in Hollywood, right? John destroyed the role of Finn in Star Wars, and he got like 100K to like 300K for Star Wars Force Awakens. He still worked hard. He had an amazing performance. Well, for my movie, he's making his millions, man. It's 20 plus million deal. He'll work his ass off for me. He's getting paid. Omega. Getting paid. Yeah. Getting paid, man. Yeah. Yeah. When do you think the movie will be released, Ivan? Probably the late 2030s. 2037, 2038, around there it gets released. Let's say I'm king in 2032. I start Sky Source. I'll be starting the project for Xanus in 2033. So 5 years, yeah, Xanus might get released in 2037, 2038, around there. It gets released. That's why I told you John Boyega and Yvonne Jordan will be like 45 when they film the movie. But they can easily make them look a bit younger. In the book, they're in their 30s, but a 45-year-old can play like a 33-year-old person. It's fine. It's not that big of a deal, right? It's only when they're like 55, 57, they can't play the role. I should be king around like in the early 2030s, 2031, 2032, 2033, around there I'm king. I start Scotch in 2034. We film the movie 4 years later, 2037. The movie gets released in 2038. Perhaps 2039, around there, it gets released. Say this. Yeah. So, Sarah? Because post-production for Zane's will take a year plus to edit. Because I'm not releasing the movies year by year. I'm releasing it in a box set, so they have to edit Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3. That takes time. And with the technology of visual effects, rendering the visual effects with that technology, it will take a year plus for post-production. People tell me, yeah, even with this technology, it will take a year plus to edit it. Yeah. Some Sarah? Yeah, hence why the gates aren't touching my money, man. The brand's mine, it's not yours. You're not touching my money. You want to take out on my $12.5 million when you make your trillions every year. You're crazy. That money's for me, VJ. It's not for you. The Zane's brand's mine. It's not yours. You didn't write it. I have the keys. I want to sell to you. There you go. I have the keys to the kingdom. That's why the gatekeepers are pissed off. You know, Ivan has the fucking keys. Doesn't have to sell to us. Let's try and scare him and dupe him into selling. And even then, I say no. I'd rather wait a woman later and have you do it. I don't want to share with a garbage wife. I don't get the way I don't see him forever and have you steal my money when you make your choices. You're crazy. The brand's mine, it's not yours. You're just a greedy pig. Yeah. 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 That's why God gave you the keys up there. You don't sell to the gates. Open your own door. You don't sell to the gatekeepers, Ivan. I know you hate the keys, but that's how you open your door. You can make your easy plans. I don't know, you're $12.5 million off your book. For you and your wife each year, right? Yeah. So VJ would have read your book by the time you meet her, yeah. When I release my book for purchase, she'll purchase it too. She'll buy it too. She'll most likely buy the ebook. She pays her $22. She reads the ebook on her laptop and she's blown away. Holy shit, that's a fucking masterpiece. That's why when she meets me, she's like, Ivan, did you really write Xanus on your own? I'm like, yeah, holy shit, that's a fucking masterpiece, Ivan. Yeah, that's the best fantasy I've ever read in my life, Ivan. Holy shit. Yeah, some sections were a bit raw, but your book is the best novel I ever read in my life, Ivan. I know, VJ. Yeah, I see your point. You turn this into a movie looking at a masterpiece, Ivan. I can't wait to play Olivia, Ivan. I know, VJ. So excited. Yeah. Uh, uh, yeah. 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 So Ivan, you will be making changes to your story. Of course I will. I'm going to be changing a few things, adding a lot of stuff in the movie to make it better, obviously. Yeah. Like the scene with Tacitonius, Cassius, and their 50 men, of course, for fooling their wolves. I'm going to do a thing where they hide like as Gilead in the Return of the King War in the beginning of the movie with Faramir. You can do something like that. They approach from the trees, and then Cassius is like, hide. And Tacitonius is a bit scared. He's like, be brave, cousin. Because Tacitonius has never been outside the walls. Like Tactius, yeah. And they fight the wolves before they get captured. Look at that amazing movie. Crazy Eye, it's a good idea to do that. That way he shows the fear of the wolves, yeah. Make it more interesting. Yeah. Whereas in the book, that doesn't happen. In the book, that does not happen, obviously. I'm sorry. Yeah. In the book, they fight the wolves on their horses. Whereas in the movie, they get off their horse when they arrive to Cyrus. And you get that scene, we're in Eretat's territory, we're in his domain, you know what I'm saying? And they hear the wolves and they hide. You add something to make it more interesting, to show the fear of the wolves. Obviously. And Cassius tells Tacitonius to be brave. Tacitonius is a bit scared. All the men are scared. Even Cassius is a bit scared. Because they're devil wolves, like I showed you, right? Demon wolves looking like that. That's why we're looking at a master. Peter's like, Ivan, this is Lord of the Rings, like I know Peter. No, Ivan, seriously, man, you have the scene when they get captured. Cassius and Tacitonius, they journey through the forest, the Valley of the Dark, where you feel the evil. And they're in Barak, and all the tens of thousands of wolves are staring at them, and they're laughing at them when Eretat interrogates him. I'm looking at a masterpiece, Ivan. The world's gonna fill for you guys, I know. Ivan, this is Lord of the Rings. I know Peter's Lord of the Rings. Masterpiece, my book, man. Yeah, man, my story's a masterpiece. Yeah. Yeah. After this, I'm gonna brush my teeth, upload my video, get my brain smells, enjoy showing you guys. Superman's coming out July 11th, guys. That's in what? 10 days. Less than 2 weeks, Superman's coming out, guys. I hope the movie's good, right? Yeah. I'm gonna see John Campion's reaction video. Hopefully the movie's good, right? If it's not good, that's not good for James Gunn, obviously. The number one important thing of Superman, the movie has to be good. It has to have good critical reception. And secondly, it doesn't hurt for Warner Bros. To make profit. You think Superman will make 150 million plus opening weekend? I think it will. John Campion thinks he'll do maybe 120, 130, 110, 120. I think we'll do 150 million plus. But if the movie is bad, I'm qualifying it. If the movie is not that good, Superman might not make $800 million. It might make less and it loses money. Because I heard Superman was made for $200 million. So I was mistaken. It was made for $200 million, not $300 million. And they spent a good $200 million plus in marketing. So the movie has to do, $750, $800 million to break even around there. If the movie costs $200 million and they spent $200 million marketing, that's $400 million. The movie has to do $800 million to break even. So if it makes $850, $900, the movie's profitable. But I think the movie should. I don't know if Warner will spend $200 million marketing. They might only have spent maybe $100 million marketing. So the movie has to make maybe $600 million, $700 million to break even. And that's why Warner Bros. Is obviously looking for that $1 billion, $900 million box office to be profitable, obviously. But I think Superman will do $800 million to $1.2 billion in the box office. But if the movie's not good, it won't hit that. It'll make less, and it might break even or lose money, obviously. But the number one important thing for Superman, it has to be good. The movie has to be good, and then secondly, it doesn't hurt for Warner Bros. To make profit, obviously. But Superman's coming out July 11th, guys, on theaters. The new DC universe, James Gunn's Superman's coming out. Yeah. But I think the movie will be profitable because I'm promoting it on my channel, right? I'm giving free marketing for Warner Bros. And you're welcome, guys. That's how nice I am, yeah. Some Sarah. Yeah. 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 How long will it take for you and Peter to write the screenplay for Xanus? Probably 5 to 6 months. But we're also going to be doing revisions, right? The chances are it'll be minor revisions because the script will be already good enough, obviously. We follow the story, we follow the book, the script is amazing, and we do minor revisions here and there. We go over the screenplay and we do minor revisions. Me and Peter and Fran and EJ and Yadamoto, we go over the screenplay. Minor revisions. The script has to be done before I fly in the Xanus Star's second year. That way, the screenplay is on the plane in their seats. When they go home, they can practice their lines. Right? Practice their lines, yeah. Because by the time I fly in everyone third year, everyone should have their lines memorized. I gave you a year to practice your lines. Yeah. If you practice every day in the year, you'll memorize all your lines, obviously. Me and Vij will have all our lines memorized by the time I fly in the stars. All our lines are memorized for the movie. Is it tough to memorize your lines? No, it's not tough. You practice every day, you'll memorize it. You have to practice like every day, though. That's how Hollywood actors are able to memorize their lines. They practice every day. They go over the screenplay every day and they practice. That's how they memorize their lines. Right? Yeah. 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 Almost on here, guys. Yeah. You're doing tables in a yacht, yes. I'll be doing tables in my yacht, man. In the summertime, third year. The guy drives in the ocean, the actors are in my yacht. We drink like 3 beers and we do tables in the yacht. And sometimes I'll do parties after the table reads, obviously, right? I'll do once a month parties with the actors third year too. Maybe 2 times a month we do parties. Yeah. Like every second week we do a party or something like that. Hey guys, after we do the table reads for 2 hours, I'll do a party in my yacht with you guys and I can get food. Yeah. Do a barbecue or something like that. Yeah. That's why the actors were saying to have a blast, man, during my movie project, right? Gonna have a blast. Yeah, man. A blast. A blast, man. Yeah, man. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm like, John, are you having more fun in my movie or Star Wars? Are you kidding me? I'm having way more fun in your movie, man. The whole world's buzzing about the fucking movie and they're tuning into my social media. I feel on top of the world, yeah. The whole world will be tuning into the Hollywood actors' social media, right? When I sign them. Because they're curious what they're doing and everything for the movie. And they're going to be posting stuff on X and Instagram. Yeah, I got my script. I got my protein shakes. I got my training wear. I got my suit for the ad shoots. I'm about to go do a magazine shoot right now. They're gonna say stuff like that on their social media. You guys are tuning in, so you're tuning into their social media. You're also tuning into the trends on X. They're trending with me on X, obviously the main event on X, and you're also tuning into the website. This guy's name and use. Yeah, that's why I don't want to hear that from any bullshit. You only made me pay this VD world because you want to see me have sex. It's not because of free money. You know I'm worth the free money. I'm the fucking creator of the universe. Yeah, I think you're worth the free money, but we want to make you pay because we're using the excuse to make you pay the fee so we can see you have sex. Yes, because I black out the screen and you guys see hell, you know if I don't pay, you're never going to know what it's like for Ivan Mary to bang a woman. And you guys see that as a price because you're fucking crazy people, man. I'm sorry, I mean, you're too hot. I want to see you fuck people. Yeah. I want to see you fuck people because we see hell. At the same time, I want VJ to pay. VJ has to pay for that too. Yeah, you want VJ to pay to be with me too. You guys are wicked people. Yeah. Some saying. And then when I'm king, once I pay the fee, now you're obsessed with tuning into my life and buying all my products, my merchandise, my movie. You're lined up excited with your credit cards and debit cards to buy my book, to buy my movie and my game, and you're obsessed with tuning into my trends and my website. I'm like, yeah, the whole free money thing's bullshit. The world just made me pay because it wants me to have sex. Yes, I'm not stupid, guys. That's why you want me to pay the fee. You want me to have sex, and you want VJ to pay a price too to be with me too, because you guys are crazy people. You're a mess I made, yeah. Some Sarah? Yeah. I mean, how much money do you think we make off a Xanus movie? Maybe 6.5, 7.5, 8 off the movie. I make 12 off the book, I'll probably make my 6, 7, 8 off the movie. Maybe my 7.5 billion off the Xanus movie. So I spent 2.4 billion of my money. I make $7 billion. That's a good what? Like $4 billion return in profit. It's a good deal, obviously, right? Yeah. Around there, right? Yeah, 4 point something billion dollar. Yeah. I'm giving away my money, so I made me usually like 3 something billion in profit. That's a good investment, obviously. We made our money back. $2.4 million is a good investment, obviously, towards the movie. Yeah. So Zane's guys are gonna brag, oh yeah, they're gonna be posting a lot of stuff on their social media, like Facebook, Instagram, X, and they're all bragging, yeah, I got my screenplay, I got my trading wear, I got this, I got that, yeah, I got my clothes for the ad shoots, I got my shades, I got my shoes, yeah, they're bragging, man. And all the Hollywood actors are tuning into the social media because they know I signed them. I made the announcement on my website. And they're all tuning into their social media. Yeah, they're gonna post stuff, man. And they're also trending too. Trending on X too, obviously, once I sign them. The whole world now knows I signed them. I have the keys and I made the announcement on my website, and now they're all, wherever the actors are, they're now trending too. They're part of the buzz. That's why they're gonna beg, because they're part of the buzz with me, man. Trending on X and everything. Yeah, they feel on top of the world. Man, it's such a good feeling being eyes with me, man. The whole world's tuning into our social media. And we're trending too on X. Yeah, they're trending on X. Yeah. Yeah, that's why they fall on top of the world. That's why they're gonna beg. But they're not good for the greatest of kind of reason. I keep saying that. They're not good. Sometimes. Yeah, I mean, I can't wait to be part of this movie and the game and watch the documentary, man, fighting all those demonic beings and Ivan's masterpiece. Yeah. There'll be legends saying stars fighting all those demonic beings in my movie, man. Experiencing the horror and fighting demonic beings. You gotta be part of that amazing story, that 2.4 million budget movie story series, right? Trilogy. Looking at an amazing movie. Yeah, man. An amazing movie. You're looking at an amazing movie. Yeah, man. Yeah. That's why Oscar Isaac and Jarvis Daisy really are really gonna pay John Mayer for word, man. When they know he's chosen for Xanus, he signed his contract. Yeah, John. I saw the news, man. You got casted for the role of Tacitonius. Yes, I did, man. Fuck, you're lucky, man. Hey, John, man, can you please give the bosses a good word for us, man, please? Don't worry about you guys. I will. He doesn't get word. I'm not giving you word. If I ask you a word, you won't give word either. I'm not giving you word. Yeah. When Oscar Isaac and Adam Driver and Daisy really beg John for word, they're not playing around. They're actually being very sincere. John, like, I'm not joking around. I'm being serious, man. I need your help. Can you please give the bosses a good word for us, man, please? It's not fair, man. You signed your mega deal. You're making more than all of us in Hollywood. And we're left behind in the Hollywood system, and you're working for Ivan, and you're experiencing that buzz and fame and success and wealth with him. It's not fair, John. And I saw you're training with him and everything, and you're getting all those perks. It's not fair, John. You're part of that big budget movie, the biggest budget ever made. You're part of that amazing story. It's not fair, John. Don't worry about it, guys. I will. He doesn't get word. John, like, I'm not giving you word. If I ask you for word, you wouldn't give me either. I'm not giving you word. He doesn't get word, John. He's selfish. Yeah. It's actually funny. Yeah. So they really are going to beg him. Yeah, because they were co-stars in Star Wars, right? I guarantee John Boyega has their numbers, right? They probably became pretty good friends when they did Star Wars. Yeah. They were his co-stars when they did the sequel trilogy. That's why they're going to beg him for word. Like, John, please, I need your help, man. Can you please give the bosses a good word for us, man? Please. It's not fair. John, like, I'm being serious, man. I need your help. Please. Please, John. Like, please, man. I need your help. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about it, guys. I will, man. Don't worry about it, man. I got you, man. I will. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't give words. I'm like, he's selfish, man. I'm not giving you word. If I ask you a word, you won't give me word either. I'm not giving you a word. Yeah, he doesn't give words. I'm like, he's selfish. It's actually funny. He doesn't give a word, man. I'm not giving you word. Yeah, he doesn't give a word. Yeah, he's selfish. He doesn't want those actors to be like him, right? Yeah, fuck you guys. If I asked you for a word, you wouldn't give me word either. I'm not gonna give you word, because you wouldn't give word either. Because in Hollywood, they're all selfish people. All they care about is their own careers. Yeah. Some Sarah. So they feel like shit. Yeah, they're begging because they know my company blows out of the water. I can pay them more. And they know they're left behind in the Hollywood system. And John Boyega is a part of their main buzz with Ivan and BJ. And their movies and television shows are side tension. They're left behind in the Hollywood system. That's why they're begging, man. Because they feel like shit. They want to be safe. They want to be left behind. They know my company's better in Hollywood. They want to experience that success and fame with me and BJ. Oscar Isaac, Jarvis Daisy. Hence why they're begging John Boyega for word. Because they know their careers are side tension now. And John Boyega's career means a lot because he's in an Ivan VJ movie. And he's experiencing that buzz with him. He's training with him and everything, all the perks. He signed his mega deal more than what those guys make in Hollywood. Yeah, and that's why they're begging hard. They know my company is better in Hollywood. They don't want to be safe, they don't want to be left behind, man. That's why they're begging hard. But John Boyega will not give word, man. He's selfish. Because he knows if he asks them for word, they wouldn't give him word either, right? That's why he's not going to give them word. He says he will, but he doesn't. You know, so they narrow with him, and then I work with John Boyega during the 4 years. He doesn't say shit. He keeps his mouth shut, yeah, because he's selfish, obviously. Yvonne Josie will not give word to the victorious actors. Ariana Grande and Yamanet will not give word. Idris Elba will not give word. Don Cheadle will not give word, or Russell Crowe, or Vigo. They're not going to give word. Ji-Won Soo will not give word. Annie Serkis will not give word. They're all selfish, those Hollywood actors. They don't give word, man. It's actually funny. Yeah, man. They don't give word. Yeah. That's how boss me and VJ are going to be. That's why VJ made that Baron Lee song. Me and VJ are boss, man. We own the big film studio and we're the boss. Funny movie with our own cash. We signed that mega A20 with Amazon. We're fucking boss, man. Yeah, man. That's why Scotch will be in Hollywood and Xanus will be the best movies ever made. And the best fans ever written. You'll see what I mean in my book, guys. Anyways, this is it for this video, guys. I talked for now in 20 minutes. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Stay tuned. I'll make my Ivans go through series later on in the afternoon. This is Ivan. I'm signing out. Peace, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the show from Ivan Amara. Peace out. Xanus.